Hello friend, my name is SN Patil. In this video lecture, we find Fourier cosine transform of exponential function e raised to minus ax, sine transform of e raised to minus ax, and Fourier cosine transform of f of x is equal to x square when x is lies between 0 to a and 0 when x is greater than a. Okay, so first we find the Fourier cosine transform of e raised to minus ax where a is positive. Okay, let we have the function f of x is equal to e raised to minus ax. By definition of Fourier cosine transform, capital F suffix c means cosine transform is equal to under root 2 pi 0 to infinity f of x cos of kx with respect to x integration. Now put the value of f of x. We substitute here the value of f of x is equal to e raised to minus ax cos of into cos kx with respect to x. Now see, we know that the integration formula of e raised to ax cos of bx dx is equal to e raised to ax divided by a square plus b square in bracket a cos bx plus b sin bx. Now compare this formula with given equation, then we get the value of a is minus a and b is equal to k. a is equal to minus a and b is equal to k. Substitute here minus a, here minus a, and here k, here k. Then we get, see here, e raised to minus x, the square of minus a square, square of minus a plus k square. We substitute minus a cos of kx plus k. This is the actual p sine of kx. Okay. Now we put upper limit and lower limit. See, when we substitute here x is equal to infinity, x is equal to infinity throughout, then there are two function here. One is exponential function and second is circular function. The process of exponential function is fast as compared to exponential function. When we put x is equal to infinity, there is a e raised to minus infinity. I'm talking about the upper limit. So e raised to minus infinity is 0. Since e raised to infinity, e raised to infinity is infinity, and when we take reciprocal, then 1 upon infinity is 0 and 1 upon e raised to infinity is e raised to minus infinity. So upper limit is 0. Now lower limit, put x is equal to 0. When we substitute x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 means e raised to 0, e raised to 0, e raised to 0 is 1. Okay, so here e raised to 0 is 1 minus a square means plus a square. Okay, now put here x is equal to 0, then we know that cos of 0 cos 0 is equal to 1. So here 1 is 1 and here remaining constant term, that is minus a into 1, that is minus a. Now put x is equal to 0, sine of 0, sine of 0 is 0. Sine 0 is equal to 0. The second term is 0. Now this minus sign is multiplied to minus 1, and minus 1 upon a square plus k square is multiplied to the minus a. Then we get only plus a upon a square plus k square. So this is the required Fourier cosine transform of e raised to minus ax. Okay. Now similarly we discuss the sine transform of same function. See, the sine transform of e raised to minus x. By definition of Fourier sine transform, then capital F suffix s means sine transform is 0 to infinity f of x sine of kx with respect to x integration and under root 2 upon pi is multiplied. Substitute the value of f of x here. Okay, now apply the formula. We know the formula e raised to x sin bx is e raised to x divided by a square plus b square, a sin bx plus b cos of bx. So here compare this equation with given equation, then the value of a is minus a, okay, and value of b is equal to k. So substitute here, then we get see here, we substitute here minus a, and this is k and k. Okay, now this is the integration of e raised to minus ax sin of kx. Now put upper limit and lower limit. Put upper limit here. When we substitute upper limit here, there are two functions, exponential and circular. The process of exponential function is fast to becoming zero as compared to circular function. Here the function is zigzag type, but before that here we get immediate zero. E raised to minus infinity, e raised to minus infinity is zero. When we put infinity, then we get upper limit. Throughout upper limit is zero. Okay, upper limit, this is the upper limit. Upper limit is zero. Now lower limit, put x is equal to zero here. Put x is equal to zero. E raised to zero. E raised to 0 is 1. Okay, then put x is equal to 0, sine of 0. We discussed in previous problem also, sine 0 is 0. Next, cos 0. Cos of 0 is equal to 1. When we substitute cos 0 is 1, cos 0, when we substitute x is equal to 0, then cos 0 is 1. Remaining term is minus, k is remaining here. Then minus sign is multiplied here. Then minus 1 upon a square, k square is multiplied to the 0, it becomes 0. Minus 1 upon a square, k square is multiplied here, then minus minus plus. Then remaining term in the square bracket is k upon a square plus k square into constant function. So this is the Fourier sine transform of exponential function e raised to minus a x, where a is positive. Okay, now last, the Fourier cosine transform of x square when x is lies between 0 to a, and 0 when x is greater than a. See the here the integral, here the function is divided into two parts. The Fourier cosine transform is defined on 0 to infinity, and see the given function is divided as a two parts. The first part, this is the first part, is as a 0 to a, and the second part is a to infinity. This is the first part, this is the second part. See here, we have the function f of x by definition of Fourier cosine transform. Now we divide this integral into these two parts, 0 to a and a to infinity. Now 0 to a, 0 to a, then the value of the function is x square. Okay, this is the x square, and a to infinity, the value of a to infinity, value of f of x is 0. Okay, we get this simplified term. Second term is 0 here, that is the integral is constant term under root 2 upon pi 0 to infinity x square cos kx. Now for solving this integration, we use generalized by parts rule. Okay, let us see the what is generalized by parts rule. The integration of u into v is equal to u as it is integration of v minus derivative of u into integration of v1. v2 is integration of v1. U double dash means derivative of u dash. v3 is integration of v2. Otherwise, remember plus minus sign, and dash and suffix increase by 1, and here dash is indicate order of derivative and suffix is indicate integration. So here selection is very important. We select the u for a x square because the derivative of x square is vanished after second derivative. The third derivative of x square is 0. The circular function is never vanished. So we select this function for integration. That's why v is equal to cos of kx. Now apply the generalized by parts rule. U as it is integration of v means integration of cosine function is sine function, in denominator derivative of the function. The derivative of kx is k minus u dash. The derivative of u dash is 2x. Now into v2. V2 means integration of this bracket. Don't simplify this bracket. Keep this bracket as it is. The integration of sine function is minus cosine function. This is the function. Again derivative of function is k and previous k into k square. Plus derivative of 2x. Don't simplify bracket. Derivative of 2x is simply 2. Now next v3. V3 means integration of v2. That is integration of this bracket is keep minus sign as it is, minus sine of kx. Derivative of kx is k and previous k square is k cube. Okay, now plus, sorry, minus the derivative of 2 is 0. Next term all 0. Okay, now limit 0 to a. Now we put throughout upper limit x is equal to a. Okay, x is equal to a, x is equal to a, minus we put lower limit. See what happened when we put lower limit here 0, then first term is 0. When we put x equal to 0, second term is 0. When we put x is equal to 0, we know sine 0 is 0. Then we get the simplified term is this is upper limit minus lower limit is 0. Okay, now simplify. Here denominator is k raised to denominator here k, here k square, k raised to 3. That is LCM is k raised to 3. So multiply and divide here k square, here k, here 1. Then throughout denominator is k cube. Then take the addition of numerator. See here k square, here k, here 1. Then here see a square into k square. Here minus minus plus 2a and multiplied here k. Okay, and this minus sign, this is minus sign, minus 2a sine of k a divided by k cube. So this is the required Fourier cosine transform of f of x is equal to x square when x is lies between 0 to a, and 0 when x is lies between a to